So in question 5, we have the strict line equation that is ax plus by plus c in general, and we have this diagram here. So from this diagram, we can notice that the slope should be greater than 0, and the y-intercept is greater than 0, and the x-intercept should be smaller than 0. So now, as this is the general form, we first of all need to change it back into y equal to mx plus c. So I have ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Then we can say that by is equal to negative ax minus c. And then y is equal to negative a over bx minus c over b. So this is our y equal to mx plus c, so that we can say the slope negative a over b should be smaller than 0. Should be greater than 0, because the slope is greater than 0, then negative a over b should be greater than 0 as well. Then the y-intercept, which is negative c over b, should be greater than 0 as well. So now we need to define to find out whether this 3 is true or not. Okay, so we start from this negative a over b is greater than 0 to start, because this is actually true already, because this is our diagram. So now we need to deduce whether this is correct or not. Because negative a over b is greater than 0, but we don't know. We can't just move the b to the right hand side because we don't know if b is negative or positive. If this is positive, then we don't need to change the sign, but this is negative, then we should change the sign. So what we can do is to times the b squared to both sides. So I have negative a over b. We times the b squared at both sides. Because b is maybe negative or positive, but if you times the b squared, then that must be positive, so we don't need to change the sign. And now we have the 0 times this b squared, giving you 0. And then b squared is actually cancel out one of the b. So now I have negative ab is greater than 0. I don't want this negative moving to the right, so it becomes ab is smaller than 0. Okay, so we can see from here the third one should be smaller than 0, but it's actually giving you positive. So the third one is actually wrong. So third one is wrong, then it's either A or B. Okay, so let's see from the y-intercept. So from the negative c over b is greater than 0. So we're doing a similar trick. So we times the b squared at both sides. So b squared should be times at the same side. So now 0 times b squared giving you 0, and then b squared divided by b giving you b. So negative bc should be greater than 0. I don't want a negative, so bc should be smaller than 0. So if bc is smaller than 0, which means that second one is wrong. So the answer must be the first one is true. So the answer should be